Hey guys, how's it going? So today I thought I'd make a video about some of the Korean robots that are out there. And you'll notice that a lot of them look somewhat familiar. But at any rate, I wanted to let you know from the get-go that this is a safe for work video. So let's get into it. All right, let's get started. So you're going to see a lot of robots in here that look somewhat familiar. You know, probably some that would fit right into the Go Nagai universe or in Gundam or Macross. So you're going to see a lot of robots that look like variants of robots that you already know. So let's get started here. Let's get started with this smaller book because this one kind of has some really good illustrations in it. And I'll probably just flip through these really quickly because there's a lot of text in here and it's in Korean. So I'm definitely not going to be able to read any of this. And it's been difficult to kind of find information about a lot of Korean anime. But you know, I'm really intrigued by it. I think it's really cool. And I always love to see what's going on in other countries as far as like sci-fi movies and animation. So I believe that Korea has like a pretty rich history when it comes to animation. So you got a really cool illustration here. I'm not familiar with these robots, but you know, they might look similar to some other robots and characters that you've seen in the past. Here's a picture of Astro Boy. Probably from a, I believe they're called manhwa. It's kind of like Korean manga. So here's a cover of an Astro Boy book here. A couple of posters, like these look like they're probably movie posters or something like that. I wish the illustrations were much bigger. You know, I wish these photographs were just way bigger. You see all of this negative space around the page here. And then there's a Taekwon V here looking amazing, and a little movie poster here. Again, wish that was bigger. You see a Mazinga Z illustration here. Looks like another movie poster. And this is just an awesome illustration here. These guys down here almost look like Gotcha Man or something. And here's Taekwon V up here with some of the other robots, possibly villains, I don't know. And then there's this little tea kettle character here. And this illustration is just super nice right here. Let me see if I could get it so there's not so much glare for you guys. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. And I don't know anybody that has, you know, any of these movies on DVD or who has talked about them. I know you can catch some of them on, let's say, like YouTube or something, but I would really love to have, you know, probably like a DVD or even a Blu-ray of some of these movies. Here's a guy that looks somewhat familiar here. There we go. So it looks like a take on this character here. Like these guys have a little bit in common there. So you see there's this character here and it looks like Gotcha Man. So definitely very heavily inspired by Japanese anime. I don't believe at this time when this anime was out, like Taekwon V and a lot of this vintage looking anime in Korea, I don't think they had access to Japanese animation at the time. So, you know, this is literally probably some studios that may have overlapped with some Japanese animation studios working on a lot of these characters. So this is another great illustration, really beautiful. I love these characters down here. This particular character here almost reminds me of something from like Captain Harlock, a Leiji Matsumoto type character design here. And then another cool illustration here. There's another one. Oh, look at, here's Grandizer here. It's definitely Grandizer, so I don't know if they have some character that's kind of like a take on Grandizer. Look at this beautiful illustration. Wow, that's gorgeous. I wish I could make copies of these and, you know, and make them into posters. That would be super cool. There's another one here. That's cool too. I wish I could read this book. I bought it at a local mall that's in Koreatown. There's a bookstore in the mall, and that's where I went and actually took some photographs of these books that I found online, and I asked the gentleman there if he can order them for me. So he ordered these 2 books for me, but I'd like to get some more. And if they had any books just on Taekwon V or DVDs or something, I'd like to get those as well. So this is definitely a character that is in the GR1 or Giant Robot. Looks very similar to one of the villains, or I don't know what you would call it, like a villain robot or whatever. Sorry I'm going through this so fast, but this is, you know, it's kind of a thick book, and, you know, I don't want to keep you guys too long. Here's definitely something that looks like a Gundam. Another more modern version of Taekwon V. I would love to have a robot or a figure of that particular robot in my collection. And you guys who know me know that I've got like quite a few robots. I mean, you know, definitely not the best collection, but you know, some of the vintage stuff that I really love and grew up with as a kid. Now this looks like a GoBot right here to me, so like a transformer. And this one kind of looks like a mixture of a GoBot and or a transformer and Mazinger Z. Some more here. Cool movie poster. I would love to have some of these movie posters. You know, I've been wanting to take a trip to Korea and do some shopping there. But, you know, as you guys know, we're not going anywhere right now, so kind of sad. Here, another robot that kind of looks like a cross between a Gundam and a transformer. You know, I wonder if there's a lot of toys in Korea that were produced out of these robot designs. That would be really cool to have. Of course, this looks like a Valkyrie right here from Macross. And this, here's a Valkyrie here, and the title on it says Space Gundam. So that's pretty interesting. This is pretty cool. Definitely reminds me of a Japanese robot that I'm familiar with, but can't think of the name of right now. You got this total gold guy right here. Also looks like some sort of Gundam. These guys. It's like a whole alternate universe to, you know, to the robot universe that we're used to. You know, just slightly different. Awesome, awesome illustration. Very cool book right here. Beautiful. Transformers, Marvel comic here being referenced. Not sure what this is inspired by. Super awesome illustration. This definitely looks like a Transformer. Wow, I wish there was somebody that would do like a cool documentary on Japanese anime. Not Japanese anime, sorry, there's plenty of those. Korean anime. So that would be awesome. Be cool to go to some of the studios that were in Korea and talk to some of the animators. That would be super cool. Look at this illustration here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Some glare there. I'm getting kind of to the end of this this book here, so it's getting hard to flip. Some more Transformer references. Look at this guy over here. Very cool. Looks like some live action, I don't even know what you would call it, like live action sci-fi movies that are inspired by, you know, probably robots and Godzilla and stuff like that. Those would be great to see. There's a pretty good catalog of movies, Korean movies that are out now. You can see some of them on Netflix and whatnot, but I don't know of any sci-fi ones. I'd have to look a little further into that and see if there's some cool Korean sci-fi stuff. So I really like their stuff. Sorry, I'm going to try to go a little bit faster here for you guys. Looks like we're at the end of this book. And then a reference back to all of the illustrations in the book here. It's pretty cool. So that's that book. I don't think I'm really going to go through this book much. The cover is pretty amazing, but there's not as many illustrations inside. You know, there's a few. Actually, this is a pretty awesome one right here. This looks like one of the characters from Gotcha Man here, and then this looks like one of the villains from Astro Boy, or the Mighty Atom. Let's see what else we have in here. See if I missed any like super cool big illustrations. There's one there. There's another one. If you guys know of any cool Korean anime books, please let me know, because I'd love to try to order those. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Wow, that's cool. I love underwater kind of adventures and, you know, battles between robots underwater and stuff like that. Let me flip through this side here, see if we see anything else. feel like there's a big illustration maybe here. No, but there's some kind of manga pages there that look really cool. So if we have any Korean viewers and you could tell us anything about Korean anime, would much appreciate any information that I can get. There's another illustration there. You know, a good source to order anime or books from Korea having to do with Korean anime. Look at this guy. That's another one. They're in these fighting poses. Super cool illustration here. I guess the two books are somewhat equal in terms of illustrations that are featured in the books. I know I'm probably like flipping through this too fast, but you know, there's a lot of text in here. They reference the Shogun Warrior comic book in here from Marvel. And that looks like that's about it, really. There's one more illustration there. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope we find out some really cool information about Korean anime together, and maybe that's another genre that we can explore together. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. See you guys next time. Bye.